Click out, and we're fucking
moving and grooving.
We're motherfucking back.
We're motherfucking
damn it. What's fucking going on, everybody?
Hello, hi.
You know what it is. It is, if you tuned in, you probably already know. But if you don't, and if you're tuning in just for the first time,
we'll freaking tell you about it.
This is Too High for TV, where two guys get too high and talk about a little bit too much TV. If you don't know who we are, I am one of your co-hosts. My name is Ryan Madrano, and to my right, your left, if you're watching the video, is my partner in crime.
Hey, everybody. My name is Daniel Valdez. You know me as well. I'm your second high guy. Second half of this Too High podcast. You know what it is every week.
Yeah, and we're freaking back. It's the 10th motherfucking episode. Goddamn. Number 10,
Which means a special episode.
It's a special episode.
You know that's got to be a special episode.
Hell yeah. Episode number 10 means freaking... Episode number 10 means it's going to be a special freaking episode. And this is just so happens to be right around 420. Mm-hmm. So this is our freaking 420 episode, everybody. This is our 420 episode. You already know what it is. We're going to be smoking tons of motherfucking weed today. Tons of weed. I mean, I think the rule should be, honestly, like, we can't stop smoking. Yeah, we can't not smoke.
Yeah, like, as soon as a joint is done, it's like, gotta roll the next one up and keep on going. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Damn, I hope this is, how am I going to set this up right here?
Is that working? That's a nice angle if you could get her to stay.
Ooh.
Beautiful.
Ooh, there we go.
Jeez Louise, Papa Cheese.
But yeah, here we go, guys.
Hey,
if you're tuning in, we're live right now. Hell yeah, this is Too High for TV. We're recording the episode live. But yeah, guys, this is our 420 episode. It was supposed to drop on 420, but you know what it is. Sometimes life happens and things happen, and we gotta just, we just gotta postpone. But it's all good. We're coming back strong.
We're back.
We're back strong. Big strong. And yeah, we're here for the freaking 420 episode, guys. We're smoking on some motherfucking Khalifa Kush here.
Motherfucking Khalifa Kush.
Wiz Khalifa. If you happen to hear this, sponsor us, my dude.
Hey,
just send us weed, and we'll smoke it every single freaking
every single episode,
and we'll talk about it every.
If you want us to call this like Too High for Khalifa Kush, we will, dude.
Yeah,
who cares?
We'll change the name to Too High for Khalifa Kush. But yeah, we're freaking back. It is not 420, but we're
gonna
smoking like it's 420.
We're smoking like it's 420.
We smoke like it's 420 all the time.
Why not, man? And we're gonna be talking about some 420 movies.
Oh yeah,
for
some of the freaking best. Some of the best. Let's preface this with Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke is not going to be talked about.
Yeah, we're not doing some Cheech and Chong. We're doing
that is because it's honestly, it is the best stoner movie. Like, it is the pinnacle. It is the tip of the top. Like, you can't really get better than Cheech and Chong Up in Smoke. So it's honestly unfair to put Cheech and Chong
up against any other movies.
It's unfair for the other movies. So,
and you know we're all about fairness here.
We're all about fairness. So we're gonna be talking about 5 classic stoner movies.
Yep.
And we're gonna be ranking them.
Yeah.
So we got 5.
We're gonna have our own lists.
Yeah. We got our 5 that we watched. So I'm gonna give my 5. Daniel will give his 5. We'll talk about why they're in the place that they are. So
we watched the same 5 movies.
Yes,
too.
We did watch the same 5 movies.
Yeah. So we'll be ranking the same ones. It'll be interesting. Exactly. We've already had a little bit of pre-conversation as far as the rankings go. One of them definitely surprised me.
Yeah.
But also, in terms of rewatching it, doesn't fall at the top of my list either.
Yeah.
But we'll get there. But
yeah.
Should we drop the names? Should we go through the movies?
Yeah, so the movies real quick. So we got Pineapple Express. Mm-hmm. We got How High, the first one with Method Man and Redman, not the second one.
Yeah.
Then we got Half Baked with Dave
Baked
Chappelle.
Is on there, yeah.
We got dude, I'm so high already.
We did Mac and Devin go to high school.
Mac and Dev go to high school.
And then we did
Jay and Silent Bob.
Strikes Back.
Back.
Yes.
And so those are the 5 we're going to be talking about. If you've seen those, they're pretty great.
They're fun flicks.
I was thinking about the list, right? I was like, this is a good list. This is a good list. And I was like, damn, should Dazed and Confused be on this list?
There was honestly a couple of times. Because you know what another one was that my sister came up with? Shout out to my sister if you're watching. Shout out to everybody who's watching.
Shout out to everyone who's watching.
Fuck
we got
yeah.
4 people. Yeah,
Woo!
let's go. Let's go.
420.
420, exactly.
Fucking Dude, Where's My Car would have been a fun one to watch too, dude. Not necessarily, like heavy smoking in it, but like a fun movie to watch while you're baked.
Yeah. I was thinking about Dazed and Confused, and I feel like Dazed and Confused is more of a coming of age movie versus a stoner movie.
Sure.
Yeah, we do have the iconic line, you got a joint, man? I don't. You'd be a lot cooler if you did. But I feel like it's like, I feel like these 5 movies, I would say 4 out of the 5 movies, and in my opinion, like the core heart of the movie is just classic stoner tropes and just smoking a bunch of dope, smoking a bunch of weed, and that's what I look for in at least like a stoner movie like this. Like if I'm looking for a movie that is specifically a weed centric like stoner movie, like when I get into my list, like I'll let you guys know why like my 1, 2, and 3 are like my 1 and 2 are my 1 and 2. But yeah, how was your 420, man? I know we both worked a little bit on 420, but
yeah, 420 was definitely funsies as far as work went. Yeah, it got busy over there. But afterwards, not too bad, It's definitely coming off of some stress after the end of the day, getting a little bit heavy duty and shit like that. But as you do on 420, you smoke a whole ton of weed.
Smoke a bunch of weed.
And it usually makes things better.
Smoke weed every day.
Smoke weed every day.
In the words of the late, great Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
Smoke weed every day.
Sometimes you just got to smoke weed every day all the time. Sometimes you just got to smoke weed all the time.
Yeah. What I loved about 420 is that fucking Moon Knight came out on 420.
Oh, it did, huh?
Yeah. So I was able to wake up. I rolled a fat ass joint, and then I watched the 4th episode of Moon Knight, which is fucking great, by the way.
I just realized that too. That's also what I did because I didn't end up watching it late that night. I just fell asleep and watched it in the morning. So yeah, I did too. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, and yeah, I rolled up a fat joint,
awesome. Sat
in my bed, and was just fucking and watching it and just watching it now and being like, God damn, this is fucking great. Oscar Isaac, use the man.
That shit went wild.
Dude, yeah. Number 4 was pretty crazy. Fucking. Number 4 was pretty nuts, dude.
Episode 4 was nuggets. I couldn't believe my.
I feel like I keep saying every new episode's like my favorite episode.
They do keep ramping it up. I have to say, episode 1's still my favorite episode. Yeah.
Okay. I feel that.
Episode just because I don't think that honestly you could have a better introduction.
Yeah.
To this story than that, dude.
As far as introduction go, that
shit was perfect from the beginning up minute to the last minute. I thought it was awesome.
Fucking great, dude.
Yeah.
That's fucking great.
God damn it.
What else do we got to talk about this episode? We're talking about the movies. Our 420 was pretty good. It was fucking busy at the store, dude. Holy shit, man.
Fucking Sunday on a Wednesday.
Sunday on a freaking Wednesday, dude.
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
What? Wait, what?
Wait, what?
What is that?
You don't know Solomon Grundy?
I mean, yes, I do know Solomon Grundy, but what is the Solomon Grundy born on a Monday? What is that, dude?
That's the nursery rhyme or whatever, bro. That's like, dude, there's a whole nother one. It's like Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday, christened on a Tuesday, something on a
I honestly know 0 nursery rhymes, if I'm going to be honest with you.
Well, I mean, I don't think, I'm not sure if it's a real one or not, because Solomon Grundy might just be from Batman.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I know Solomon Grundy from.
Yeah. I think he is just, I could be wrong.
He's just a man.
But yeah, it's like a little nursery. I remember that from the Arkham games, because you have to fight Solomon Grundy, and he, in very cheesy fashion, says that shit, sings it to you before he tries to kick your ass.
Oh, damn.
Some good Batman shit.
So in honor of it being our 420 show, what's your favorite either one of your favorite smoking moments or just funniest smoking moments in general that you've had in your? Because how long have you been smoking weed for, my friend?
Consistently it's been the last, I would think, how old am I? 6 years. 6 years.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Or 7.
Past that half a decade mark.
Yeah. Because the first time I smoked weed, I was a little kid. I was 13 years old.
Yeah.
And then
13.
Smoked on and off until I was like 14, 15, got in high school or whatever, and then just like didn't really have a whole lot of funds or places to get weed for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then end of high school, pretty much like my senior year when I was like 17, I started smoking a whole bunch, and then haven't stopped since. Yeah, won't
like
ever
that
stop
commercial,
after.
You fried your brain like those eggs. You
Yeah,
know, that
dude.
old freaking
Fucking,
this is your brain on drugs.
This is your brain on drugs. God, those were so fucking intense, dude. Some of them are really hardcore.
Straight up nasty ass propaganda.
Yeah, it's insane. I don't know. Let me think. You know, I have to say that I think as I've talked about, as I kind of got into, like, with the whole deep ass episode that we did when F came on, it's like, you know, I didn't have like a whole ton of community around me for like my later teen years and like early 20s and stuff. Just kind of worked, went home and, you know, did my thing or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would say one of the better moments for me is actually like 420 of last year.
Okay.
'Cause I went over to Dez's house.
Shout out Dez.
Shout out to Dez. Always have good sessions at Dez's.
Shout out to Dez.
If we
Lord Dez. Shout out to Lord Dez.
The House Martin. But I was high off my fucking mind, bro. Like, that was back before I knew not to take Maddie dabs.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if you are ever at a party with our friend Maddie, shout out Maddie, shout out Mad Dog, and she asks you if you want to take a dab, say no. Just let somebody else set you up.
Okay, here's the thing. She will give you two options. She will say, do you want a small dab or do you want a big dab? Regardless of whether you say small or big,
you
will get
a big
dab.
Because to Maddie, a small dab is still like a big dab. Yeah, a big dab is like half a gram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because me, I'm not a big dabber.
Me neither. I smoke flower, bro.
Yes, I'm a big flower guy. I'm a flower grower and I'm a flower smoker.
Yeah.
So like I've fucked with dabs a little bit, you know, throughout the years. You know, off and on. I just feel like it's so much of a process. Obviously now with like really
Puffcos and electronic
Puffcos and G-Pen Roams, like the really nice like electronic dab rigs, like it makes dabbing a whole lot nicer. But I'm not in the mindset to go drop $200-300 on like an electric dab rig.
Yeah, for sure.
That's just me. You know, people do it. That's great. That's fine. People spend thousands of dollars on really nice like glass. Completely fine too. If you're into that, go ahead, go do it. That's just not me. So the first time I ever took a Maddie dab, bro, I was really just like, you know, Maddie, I'll take a small dab.
Yes.
I'm not trying to freaking die here.
Yeah.
Even though I'm pretty sure I was at your house, so I was literally like across the street.
Yeah.
So it's not like I had to freaking anywhere to like super far to go. No. But you know, I was drinking, I was smoking.
Still gotta be cautious.
I already know, like after a dab, I'm gonna be like, whoo. Yeah. So I was like, you know, Maddie, I'll take a small dab, and she's like, okay, rad guy. And I was like, all right, cool. So I'm sitting there, and I'm, you know, waiting, and I just see her keep picking up some more dabs, and it's like her stuff, and she's giving me the dab, and she's like picking it, and I don't want to be like, oh, whoa, there, you know, I don't want to be, I don't want to be rude.
Exactly,
you know?
She's offering.
Yeah, she's offering,
For
so
sure.
she's getting it, and then I died.
Yeah, that's what tends to happen.
I was dead.
That's a milky fucking shit you're gonna be hitting. Yeah,
this joint, dude.
Beautiful, nice and tall.
Fuck with me.
Fuck with me.
I said this one time with my friends. Like, I sent a picture of my joint. Like, I was like really stoned, and I sent a picture of my joint in our Snapchat. And I was like, honestly, I think I could roll the best joint in the world. Probably not
in the world.
Not in the world.
Whoa, I was like, whoa.
But I was like, honestly, out of the people that I've met, I think I roll the best joints.
Very nice.
And that's just me. That's just I've been rolling joints for a while, and I see the joints that I roll, and you know, like, you
know what we're gonna have to do for one of these episodes, bro, is we're gonna have to bust another live out, and we're gonna have to do a rolling competition. We have to get like a few people on the set here. Set up a little microphone around the table there,
and then we'll have to set up criteria too, right? Because
for sure,
for rolling competitions, you could do like fastest roll.
Well, we could do
best roll.
You know, we're gonna have like
you do most unique roll. Exactly. If someone does like a cross joint,
I was gonna say
shit.
We kind of want to like, you know, still have an hour, 2 hours or so. So yeah, we can run some different like triathlons and shit, some different sections of the games. Shit would be hilarious, dude. That'd be hella fun.
I'd be fucking down for that.
I'm down.
So I would say
But yeah, go. What's?
I was gonna say for 420 memories, honestly,
Yeah.
or like just funniest smoking moments, like so.
We're sparking.
Yeah, we ready to spark. Let's
clink.
Cheers, these motherfuckers.
Cheers. Boom.
So in high school, there was this place in Hollister. If you're from Hollister, you probably know. So there's this road called Lone Tree Road. If you smoke weed, you would always drive out there because no one really lives out there. Like there's a few like ranches and stuff out there, but like they're far apart and no one's really driving out there. So you're not really gonna come across a lot of people if you're smoking, and no one's really gonna say nothing just because you're out kind of in the middle of nowhere. So we would go out there, and there was like this spot where we would literally like climb over this little fence, and we would go by this little creek, and we would sit down, and it'd be really nice. Sometimes you'd hear the creek, you'd hear the nice little babbling brook while you're smoking and stuff. While you're stoned, you're like, oh my god, this is the greatest thing.
I'm in nature.
But since it's like one road, you could keep driving down, and you go on these little twists and turns, and I don't know. There was one day where we were just like, kind of fed up with, doing the regular park on the side of the road, get out of the car, and walk over the fence. So I was like, let's drive up and let's find a different spot.
Switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, so we're driving, and this was honestly like the worst spot I probably ever could have picked, like smoking, because I literally so the road kind of goes at like a bend and makes like an elbow almost. Like if you were to bend your elbow and point your arm back at you, like the road kind of goes like that, where it makes like this this really sharp hook turn.
Yeah.
And so basically what I did is I just drove straight through, because you could park like a little bit off to the side of the road.
Yeah.
Like before it like hooks around, you could just literally park by some trees. So I literally parked there. Front of the car, facing like where there's like almost like this dead end, so people, like if they were coming the other way, if they were coming from behind us, they couldn't see who was in the front, and if people were coming from the other way, they couldn't really see who was in the front either. So that was my mentality. So we're sitting there, me and a couple homies were smoking, and one of the friends that was with us didn't really smoke, and it was funny because I could tell, because there was like a certain point where we finished one joint, and I was like, all right, kind of, let's roll up another one. Yeah. And he's like back there like rubbing his hands on his knees, and I was like, okay, probably don't roll up this joint.
Okay,
this dude's
let's go.
And so as I was like, all right, like, we should kind of dip, there's like this truck driving by. And we're like, holy shit, look at this truck. Because, like, on its antenna, it had, like, tinfoil and stuff wrapped around it. Like, it almost looked like a fucking alien truck. I don't know. It was, like, some fucking, it was some fucking funny shit. And we're like, holy shit. So we're like, all right, let's wait for this truck to pass. And once it passes, we'll flip around and boom.
Get on out of here.
So the truck kind of passes, but then it stops. And then it goes in reverse, and we're like, what the fuck's happening? And so the dude pulls up beside us, rolls down his window. And so, naturally, I rolled down the window, too. And I'm like, I probably shouldn't have rolled down the window, but I did anyway.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, guys, I don't give a shit that you're smoking out here. Like, I really don't care. He's like, but just to let you know, the sheriff just went up to the top of, like, the hill. Because I guess where that road takes you, like, it goes up to just, like, a top of the hill, and then you can just come down. He's like, so one of the sheriffs just went up to the top of the hill. So just to let you know, he's on his way down. So he'll probably be around here, probably within the next, like, 3 to 5 minutes. So... Again, I don't care if you're smoking out here, but just a
heads up.
Yeah, just a heads up. People driving around. So I was like,
damn, what a fucking guy,
bro. Thank you, random dude who I don't fucking know. So he takes off, and then I was like, all right, let's fucking listen to this man that Jesus himself sent to us to let us know that, hey, the cops are coming. So so I was like, all right, boom, let's turn around. We leave, and then we needed to pull off to the side of the road for something. I forget what we did. So we pull off to the side real quick, and literally as we pull off to the side, who passes us? But a fucking sheriff. And just passes on and goes on by. Sheesh. And we're like, damn, shout out to you. And sometimes I'll see his truck. Sometimes I'll see his truck like driving around Hollister still. And I'm just like, yeah. Wow. And I'm just like, hey, shout out to you, man.
You're the guy.
You're the fucking guy.
You're the guy, bro. That's pretty crazy.
Funny shit, dude.
That's pretty wild, dude.
Yeah, definitely not a good... If you're, yeah, don't... Just pull off to the side of the road and smoke like that.
No, keep driving and smoking. No.
Don't smoke and drive either. But anyway, yeah, that was a fucking funny story for when I was in high school. And I would say like my favorite 420 memory, because I've honestly worked 420 like a lot since I've been in the industry a while. I think like I would say like 3 or 4 years ago, I did go to 420 on Hippie Hill in San Francisco.
Oh, yeah.
And that was probably the best experience I've ever fucking had, hands down.
Nice.
Because you're literally just around people who are all smoking weed, handing out edibles, or like edibles for like a fucking $1.
Yeah, damn.
And it's just like, these are my people, man.
Fucking A,
you can just freaking take all your weed whenever, just roll up and freaking this person's passing you a joint, that person's passing you a joint, you're passing a joint there, they're passing a joint there, and it's like, holy shit, this is
getting fucking high, bro.
Yeah, you're just getting fucking high, man.
I heard it was
man,
crazy this year.
High, man.
You guys are fucking high. I heard it was crazy this year. I heard it was like official or something that like they like doubled up on security and shit, and they had like official vendors there.
Probably. There was a 420 show that if I didn't work, I for sure would have like tried to get. I would have gotten a ticket to go because it was Burner, Too Short, Babyface Ray, and Andre Nicotina.
Dang.
And that
where
is in San Francisco.
Dang.
Yeah, and that, oh my gosh, dude, like just in terms of like, so just Too Short. First of all, holy shit. I would fucking die if I saw fucking Too Short. Too Short's my dad's favorite rapper, like, of all time. Too Short's my dad's favorite rapper. So I've heard a lot of Too Short in my life. I love Too Short. He's not my favorite rapper, but
holds a high
he's fucking great. He's fucking great. Him and E40 are like obviously like Mount Rushmore in terms of like just West Coast like hip hop culture, just in general, like Bay Area specifically. So him, I would be like, holy shit. Fucking Andre Nicotina too. Like, I'm not super heavy on Andre Nicotina, but he's got some bangers, and I'd be freaking so down to see him in concert. I mean, anybody like in concert, I'd be really down to see. Honestly. Who else I say? Burner, obviously. Yeah, I mean, Burner's, gotta see Burner. I mean, he's not my favorite person to like listen to, like in terms of like music, but he's fucking
cultural icon in this industry, bro.
God of like just weed
God
culture,
of cannabis,
God
dude.
of cannabis,
fucking
like in general, like
he's like the Michael Jordan face, like for weed at this point.
Yeah, he's. Like, I mean, yeah, he is the person that really brought it to what cannabis is nowadays, where you see, everyone wants to put a face to a brand. Everyone's, brand's very like eccentric. We got the crazy designs and this and that and the Mylar bags, and he's the one that freaking started a lot of that shit. Obviously. You can't give them all the credit because there's a lot of growers out there. Straight Flame, you got Powers Up, you got fucking Flux Capacitor, all those dudes that were in the Bay Area like before like Cookies really popped off. Like they had a big freaking part in in that. And Burner was really like the mastermind behind like the marketing and all that stuff. So
he's an entrepreneur, man.
Yeah, salute to fucking Burner, man. Without him, cannabis definitely would not be. Where it might be. I don't want to say it wouldn't be, but he definitely like
that's the path that was taken.
He accelerated it, man, for sure. But yeah, I would love to. And then freaking Babyface Ray, he's one of my new like favorite rappers. If you haven't listened to Babyface Ray, fuck, dude, you're missing the fuck out. So you definitely need to tap into some freaking Babyface Ray. But yeah, dude, I would love to. Again, like I think next year I want to make it a mission to go to 420 on Hippie Hill again. Because that shit was fun. Maybe next year, if the fucking pod's still going strong, we'll do a freaking live episode.
That'd be hella fun, bro.
From freaking Hippie Hill, dude.
That'd be hella fun, dude.
Because honestly, what I did was drive to San Jose. You park your car at like the BART station. And you just take the BART all the way up there.
For sure, dude. Yeah.
Obviously, costs a little bit of money because you got to get the BART freaking cars and tickets all that stuff. But hey,
at least
dude,
you don't got to deal with fucking trying to find parking in the city.
I would much rather do that than try to find freaking parking in the city.
And then risk your car being there all day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, bro. Fuck.
And it's like, then you got to like drive around to different places. Like, no, fuck that, dude. Like, I've had just such bad experiences, like just trying to find parking in the city. Like, it's terrible.
Scarred.
Dude.
That's it.
It's
never
scarred.
Again.
I don't like driving in the city, dude. Like, that's my like. Maybe it's just the fucking small town kid in me, dude. Like, I don't know what it is, but like, cities are the most terrible places to fucking drive. I hate driving. If I ever go to LA, I hate driving in LA. I hate driving in fucking San Francisco.
I hate driving in San Francisco. I love driving in LA.
I'll walk around LA, dude. Like,
dude, I just love. Not necessarily like the highway. All the highways are fucked. That's bullshit. But once you're like downtown or like in the actual like different areas and shit like that, it's just quick. You just gotta be fast. Decisive drivers.
No, okay, yeah, I feel that.
People aren't actually that dickish as long as you ride at their level, bro. It's like,
yeah. And I'm terrible at that because one, I just don't want to fuck up my car. I just don't want to be like, oh, gotta fucking change lanes real quick, and then all of a sudden just like, maybe I'm changing lanes and someone's like, oh nope, this motherfucker not, and maybe
fuck you.
Yeah, exactly. So I just don't like risking that in the city. Even like fucking, I mean, I don't want to say like Santa Cruz is like a city, but I had my car broken into in Santa Cruz, and like even that's just like I just hate taking my car into places that I don't really fucking know.
Yeah.
Granted, it was kind of my fault because I did leave my car unlocked, but
Still.
That's neither here nor there,
No.
and we're just gonna leave that conversation.
Exactly. Let's keep on going.
Let's keep on rocking in the free world.
Yeah, that's right.
Doot doot doot. Doot doot. Fucking on some fucking Nardwar shit. But fuck, man. Yeah, 420. I hope you guys had a great 420.
Yeah.
Cause yeah, I was just fucking stuck at work.
It was it was a doozy. You had to be there the whole night. I was only there till 7. But
It is what it is.
it is what it is, man. It's working is working.
That's all that's literally I feel like
been your
just
motto
such
lately.
like a yeah.
Yeah.
Just literally take a hit of my joint and I'll sit there and I'll just like, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is, man.
I feel bad sometimes because I don't know. Sometimes people be having like I don't want to say like deep conversations with me, but like conversations on like sort of like a deeper level, you know.
For sure.
Definitely deeper than a surface level. And I don't know, I'm just a very like nonchalant person, and I'll just be like, it is what it is, man. You know? And you know, maybe sometimes people aren't trying to hear that shit, but it's like, fuck.
Sure, it depends. It depends.
That's just me. I'm just always, it is what it is, man.
Roll
just
with the
gotta
punches.
keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on, partner.
Keeping on. Dude, so yeah, let's
break down. Not break down, but
let's get into our movies. So again, we're talking about How High, Half Baked, Pineapple Express, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back, and then we're also talking about Mac and Dev go to high school. So, I would say
Are we gonna drop the rankings first?
Yeah, let's drop our rankings, and as we're dropping our rankings, let's kind of get into. We're not going to break down each movie because I mean each movie's been out for a long time. So
we'll go one at a time.
Yeah.
Let's start from 5s.
Okay.
Look good, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll hit each one. Yeah.
Okay. So what's your number 5?
I have to say my number 5 was Mac and Dev Go to High School.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Why is that?
I think that for me, Mac and Dev and How High had like very similar spirits.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw How High first, and I fucking loved that one.
Yeah.
So like watching a bunch of them back to back, it just kind of like, I don't know. I was tired through the movie, I guess, you know. Maybe I was a little too baked. I will say that I fucking loved the intro and homeboy, what's his fucking name? The joint that talks in the fucking
I forget what the joint's name is, but it's played by Mystical, and that dude's fucking hilarious.
Bro, that shit's fucking funny. I love that. And the whole intro and like every time the movie stops for him to tell you to like smoke some more weed real quick is great. Like,
hey,
yeah.
Now's a reminder. If you don't got one rolled up, rolling up right now, spark it up, and we'll get back to the movie.
No, I love the fucking. I love at the beginning where he's like, "Oh, listen." He's like, "Before we start," he's like, "I know some of y'all like to play those games. Smoke this when this person does this or that." He's all, "Here's your game. Smoke some weed every time somebody's walking, talking, or breathing
on camera."
Yeah,
dude, yeah, that part made me
that
fucking
shit's
crack
fucking
up.
funny, dude. Like that was hella good, but. I don't know. For some reason, like, again, maybe I was just tired. Maybe it's just my exhaustion of, like, back-to-back stoner movies or whatever. That was, I think, the last one I watched.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just kind of tired through it. And, again, it kind of just gave me, like, How High vibes a little bit. And so I preferred How High. So, yeah, that was kind of why it's my number 5 right there. Yeah.
And my number 5, I know we talked about this a little bit.
Yeah.
So, my number 5, Jay and Silent Bob Strikes Back.
Uh-huh.
I just, honestly, I just was not fucking with the movie. Just the humor was not for me. Like, I feel like a lot of these movies are fairly similar where, like, the humor is over the top. It is a little raunchy. But I don't know. I feel like Jay and Silent Bob just kind of turns it to that next level, which I just kind of wasn't down for.
Jay is
Jay's a fucking asshole to
He's
Silent Bob.
a monster.
He's a monster. He's an asshole to Silent Bob. And that's insane. What I think that's what I didn't like, because at the heart of just all stoner movies is like a really nice, wholesome relationship between two people who walk different paths of life and come together because of weed, right? Uh-huh. And it's like, I had no problem with that. They were randomly like just kids that were like
parked in front of
just parked in front of a fucking gas
7-Eleven. I mean the fucking Quick Stop.
Yeah,
shit, yeah.
But like that was kind of it. I had no like, oh man, okay, cool. Like, damn, this guy comes from this area and this guy comes from this area, and they're cool because they're smoking weed. Yeah. You know, they're kind of just there. I mean, some parts were funny.
It's like the setup. It's like the prologue, and then the movie does go like elsewhere for sure. After that, yeah.
But. Yeah, I just wasn't fucking with I honestly just wasn't liking Jay's humor a lot, you know? when he was just sitting there like, I don't know how many times he said fine ass bitches to literally a girl's face, and I was just like, it just made me cringe so much, dude. And I think, you know, I understand that's probably like the humor back then. I don't know. I just really wasn't rocking with it too much. I did think it had some promise, because when I was watching it, you know, the whole premise of the blunt man in Chronic, you know, we gotta go travel to,
because they're stealing their likeness.
Yeah, they're stealing the likeness. We gotta go travel to Hollywood. Blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but then after that, yeah, with all like just the weird humor that was going on, and that's the part of the movie, right? Like, it's not meant to be this movie that has a super cohesive freaking story, and I feel like none of these are that have this super crazy story. Maybe aside from Pineapple Express, and,
definitely.
probably Half Baked,
and
then How High, I would say.
Yeah.
Damn. but but like,
keep going.
It just, there was just some parts, there was just a lot of it that I just wasn't really rocking with. Yeah, it was just and I forget what, there was like a joke that he was gonna say in the van, and it was basically like, have you seen a fucking, what kind of snake does he say? But he's basically just talking about his dick, right?
Yeah.
And then he has the whole part where like the two devils are freaking just talking to him, and I was like, this is kind of funny, but I was like, it's not the
didn't
funniest.
win you over.
It just,
I think what it is,
didn't win me over.
If I feel like if you don't get pulled in early on enough in the movie, then like they're just not. It's not gonna land for you, you know, because you kind of have to have that like little bit of give. Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, Jay and Silent Bob, I wasn't rocking with it. I know a lot of people like it. It wasn't for me. Probably never gonna watch it again.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if I watch, I know like there's Clerks and Clerks 2. I've never watched those either.
Yeah.
So
there's hella movies.
You know, maybe if I watch those, I'll be more down for them. But just wasn't rocking with it, man. Not rocking in the free world with
number
that
fives.
Number fives.
Number fives.
Okay, number 4. What was your number 4?
My number 4, right off the tail of yours, Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
There you go.
Okay, because I do like this movie. I've always fucked with Jay and Silent Bob. I saw Clerks and everything. Clerks 2. I love all of I think it's called the Askew-niverse. There's like a bunch of movies with like crazy wide range of shit. Like some of them are super serious. Some of them are like wacky and zany like this, but they're all made by Silent Bob, who's Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
And Scooby Snack. And
Ruh-roh.
Yeah. And yeah, I don't know. I fuck with their like dynamic and shit like that. They were always like classic in my like childhood. Like I kind of like remember them as a kid, because like I don't know, somebody would be watching them in the house. And this like storyline, like I give over to, because like it is ridiculous when, like you said, that like you thought had some promise, and so like since I fuck with them as a duo or whatever, like it all works for me. I love the like cheesy like rip off that they do of like pretty much Star Wars, right? And then not only that, but go so far as to have like Mark Hamill and Carrie Fisher in the movie as well. Like that shit's like just hella funny to me. Like all the random cameos.
I did love like the Ben Affleck shit in there was freaking hilarious. Them doing the whole Good Will Hunting 2 and them like walking onto the set. That shit was funny.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was like the funniest parts of the movie. The stuff without Jay and Silent Bob
where's the part that you like?
Where's the part that I like?
Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
I mean, seeing Ben Affleck in like a role where he's just like, I don't know, he's just this fucking funny ass dude, right?
Yeah.
He just gets to kind of like loosen up and just not be this super serious actor that he is a lot of the time, you know? He just kind of gets to be funny, like, oh, that shit was sending me, bro. Like that shit was funny, but I don't know, just the rest of it.
Yeah.
I
you should definitely check out some of the other movies because all of those actors that you saw in this movie are like very reoccurring. Like Kevin Smith is like good friends with Ben Affleck and Matt Damon. Yeah. Like they work together closely in like a couple of different movies.
It's like a whole Adam Sandler type
exactly.
thing
Yep, exactly. Mm-hmm. There's a whole troupe of them.
Mm-hmm. I feel like if I maybe would have watched it when I was younger and kind of like grew up with it, maybe like a little bit, I probably would like it a little bit more, but I don't know.
Because the humor is definitely very, very, very incredibly immature. Like, Jay's just an overgrown fucking man-child. Like, it's ridiculous. Yeah. But reason why it's my number 4 is because, upon watching it, like, and kind of what I was saying earlier is, like, I realized, like, oh, damn, like, the Blunt Man and Chronic thing is in the background very much. Mm-hmm. And then, like you were saying, it's like they really only have the quick little intro at the beginning of them. It's not really them coming together over smoking weed like you were saying. So, like, Yeah, not like a strong stoner movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It'll be our black sheep of the 5, you know. You gotta have one.
Yeah,
There's gotta
exactly.
be one that wasn't good.
Exactly.
Can't like them all.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay to not like shit.
Yeah, dude, for sure.
That's what we're here to bring, dude. Like, I mean, yeah, we talk about a lot of shit that we do like, but I mean, we're just gonna talk about some shit probably that we don't like sometimes, you know, because upon watching some movies, you know, you're probably not gonna fucking like some of them, you know. So that's fucking great. But so my number 4 was it was Pineapple Express.
What?
Yeah, dude. No, I love Pineapple Express.
Whoa.
It's a great movie, but I just when I get into my top 3 and I start breaking down why I love my top 3, like I feel like it'll make more sense. But I love Pineapple Express. I think it's great. Obviously, freaking Seth Rogen and James Franco are a hilarious duo. Obviously, freaking as recent, James Franco kind of a piece of shit.
Yeah,
but hey. Separating the art from the artist here, that movie just itself is freaking hilarious.
I love funny.
I love seeing freaking James Franco as the dealer. That's fucking hilarious. And I love just like the history of that is like, so Seth Rogen initially wrote it for him to play the drug dealer and James Franco to play Seth Rogen's character, the dude that's
shit. Okay, yeah. I never knew that.
Yeah, and then I think upon because I think he wrote them, and Seth Rogen's just like, oh, like I'll play the weed dealer because I don't know if he'll be comfortable, like blah blah blah, being in that role or whatever. Yeah. And then I think as they got to like reading the script, I think James Franco was like, hey, yo, is it cool if I play this dude, you know? And I think that worked out fucking great because he's someone that I don't think you would expect in a role like that, and he just plays it. He plays it amazingly,
perfectly, bro. He's fucking hilarious.
Freaking like. Man, like he has the perfect sort of like mix of almost like a Tommy Chong and like just like just like a classic.
It's like Tommy Chong and then also fucking I can't remember anybody's names because obviously watch these movies super fucking baked, but fucking homeboy from Half Baked. Man. Like combo of those two. That's what I get. Yeah, like that kind of vibe too.
Yeah, and I love and like especially like these top 4, what they really get into is like kind of like weed specifics, right? When he talks about Pineapple Express, that's a strain that's super popular now. Yeah. People always like looking for Pineapple Express, but he mentions Northern Lights. He mentions things
weed
like
accuracy.
Yeah, weed accuracy is something that I love weed. I'm a grower. I went to school for all this stuff, so it's like seeing stuff like that, holds a nice little place in my heart. So I love things like that. And yeah, not that I don't think, not that Pineapple Express is a bad movie, but I think just it's kind of long for a stoner movie. Yeah. Like
yep.
All like the nice, good classic stoner movies are like hour and a half long. Cheech and Chong Up and Smoke, hour and a half long. Yeah. Half Baked, hour and a half long. Yep. Freaking How High, hour and a half long. Yeah. This one's like closer to 2 hours, which normally I don't have a problem with like 2 hour long movies, but it kind of just, I feel like at a certain point it kind of like it builds up and it kind of slows down and it drags a little bit before it builds up kind of again. Which honestly, when I'm sitting down and watching a movie and I'm freaking baked, like I just want to be like all rise all the time until the end. You know what I'm saying?
Barney's mix.
Exactly.
But yeah, all
rise,
baby.
dude. Like, cause when it gets slow and you're freaking baked, sometimes that takes you out of it. The Danny McBride stuff in there is fucking hilarious. I love his character in there. But I do feel like sometimes it just slows down a little bit. It's a little too long of a stoner movie for me. Yeah. But again, it's fucking great. It's definitely up there as a classic stoner movie. Like, when we look back, maybe 20 years from now, like we're still going to be like talking about Pineapple Express for sure. Just like how we still talk about How High, how we're still talking about Cheech and Chong Up and Smoke, and that came out in 1978. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's one of those movies that and it kind of gets away from the typical stoner sort of
storyline, I guess.
Typical stoner like hijinks. It gets more into like a crazy like a whole drug lord sort of battle that's going on between.
It's like a cheesy cop, like 80s cop movie, buddy cop movie, or like whatever, random guys stumble upon a crime.
Yeah. So it's fucking great. Yeah. It's freaking great. I still remember like, cause like growing up, I had seen like bits and pieces of it. I had never sat down and watched it like in a whole, and I remember sitting down and watching it in a whole for the first time, and being like, "Holy shit, this movie's still going!" Like after like a certain point, being like, "Damn, there's more to this movie. I thought this shit was ending like right now." And then I don't know. Watching it again, the whole like Seth Rogen being like 25 and dating like a 18-year-old high school chick is like kind of creepy.
Yeah, bro. Some of it's bad.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
then but aside from that, the rest of the shit was freaking hilarious, dude. When they fall asleep like in the car and like leave the car, I'm like, that's such a typical like stoner thing, dude. Like, I can't tell you how many times I fucking not fallen asleep in my car, but like not had my car turned over all the way, just literally kind of had it turned over.
Yeah.
And my car's fucking died. And I have a funny story about that shit, but I'll save that for a later time. But yeah, Pineapple Express. My number 4 again. Great movie, but once I get into top 3, I'm gonna explain why it's my top. They're my top 3. So what's coming in at number 3 for you, my good sir?
So yeah, this is another awkward transition, but my number 3 is Pineapple Express.
There you go.
And like honestly, for similar reasons, like it's the length that kind of kills it for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like at first when I was watching it, or when I was thinking about like going into like the list and everything, I was like, okay, this is probably gonna be my number 1 because like it's a full ass movie, like it's an iconic duo that you love. That again is like at that time I would say like almost as not as good, but like closest you could get to like Cheech and Chong, you know, like you have like another pretty heavy like stoner guy duo, right? Seth Rogen, James Franco.
Yeah.
But come to realize like it's a little too long. It's a little bit too slow to be like a stoner movie. Like the next 2 that I have are definitely like fighting pretty back to back for the reason of like I came to realize over watching like all these movies that like short and to the point and simple is where it's at, bro.
Exactly.
Like that's what you want, and like that's what makes a good stoner movie at the end of the day, you know. And I don't know that this fits the bill. Like again, it's like I feel like at a certain point it's again almost like it doesn't have necessarily like the stoner movie trait in the sense of like it's centered around like Pineapple Express and that or whatever, but again like the actual like bones of the film is like an action movie, like a weird buddy action movie, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So but you know, it's iconic. I'm pretty sure I heard Joey saying that like I think this was one of the first movie that ever like was like open and chilling, like actually smoking on camera.
Damn.
Because like a big thing of like film or whatever, I think even like with regular smoking at a certain point is that like you can show inhaling and you can show exhaling, but you can't show them at the same time. Like for some weird fucking reason.
Yeah, and you can't also smoke like actual. You could.
Well, of course, like on camera. But like in terms of the depictions that they're doing, like But I think in this movie though, they're just sitting there fucking smoking joints and shit. Like, the whole time. Yeah.
I remember there was a story about because I remember when I was super little, hard tangent, but when I was when I was not super little, I forget how old I was. I would probably say like from the 8 to 10 range. I saw Nick Swartzen stand up, but I saw it on like cable Comedy Central, so it was like cut up because you know they couldn't put all the stuff on there, you know.
Yeah.
And I was crying laughing, dude. That shit was fucking hilarious. Like the edited version was hilarious, bro. Where I was literally sitting there crying laughing at like 9 years old, like watching this shit. And I think he has this one joke where because he's in Grandma's Boy. That's his movie. And I think there's one scene because I honestly haven't seen Grandma's Boy.
Oh fuck, we got to do that.
Yeah,
one,
we got to
bro.
do that one for sure.
Yeah, that movie's funny.
Yeah, just because I was super little when that came out, for sure could not have watched that when it had come out.
Yeah.
But so I guess there's a scene in Grandma's Boy where they're like smoking, and when they were doing the takes that day, Nick Swartzen switched out the fake weed for actual weed, and so the dude that was smoking that day, they did like 30 fucking takes, dude, like hella takes.
Because it's fucking ripped.
Yeah, and I think he's like, and I think they're like ripping a bong too, and he's like plastered, bro. By the end of that shit, like faded, dude. And that, like, dude, that shit's hilarious.
That is fucking funny.
That'd be, cause I mean, if I were to ever be in a movie, bro, in a stoner movie, I'm smoking for sure.
For weed, for real.
I'm smoking for dude.
Yeah,
I would honestly
definitely.
love to fucking be
In a stoner movie?
Yeah, I
it'd
don't
be
know if I
fucking
could write
awesome.
one, but I would love to like try to act in one. That would be fucking hilarious.
Let's make a stoner movie, bro.
Let's fucking do it.
We'll call it Too High for TV.
Too high for fucking TV.
We'll call it Too High for Cinema.
Too high for cinema.
Too High for the big screen.
Too high for theater. Too high for theaters.
There you go. Too High for theaters.
But
Fucking
hell
A.
yeah.
But yeah, so number three, my lord.
Number 3 for me. So coming in at number 3, which I thought might have been my number 1 because it was my number 1 for a long time.
Interesting.
It's
a lot of similarities.
It's gonna be Half Baked, bro. Half Baked is my number 3. I love Half Baked. This was honestly the first stoner movie that I had ever watched. My best friend growing up, Drew. Shout out to Drew if you're listening to this. He actually showed me this movie, and we were like I'm pretty sure we were like in 7th grade or something like that, bro. Like pretty young, like 12, 13. And I don't think I'd never even thought about smoking weed. Actually, I thought about smoking weed because I remember me and Drew, we used to always go to each other's houses and we would play like basketball and shit like that. And I remember we were playing basketball one day and we were having this conversation about smoking weed. And we were like, "Oh, are you ever gonna try it, bro?" And I was like, "I don't know, dude. Like, probably in college, bro." And that's funny. that's funny when I think about it now, right? Because I was never never like, "Nah, bro, I'm never gonna try that shit." I was like,
"I'm gonna wait till I'm."
Yeah,
older.
I was like, "No," I was like, "I'm not gonna try right now, but later sounds cool."
Yeah,
so, So I remember he was telling me about Half Baked, and he's like, "Bro, you've never seen Half Baked?" And I was like, "Hell no, dude." And so he brought it over, and he let me borrow it on a DVD because, we were still sharing DVDs back then. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm saying? And I remember popping it in for the first time and watching it, and holy shit, that shit was fucking hilarious. But yeah, it's great. I just think compared to my next two, it just didn't hold that same weight that it did when I had watched it earlier. Dave Chappelle's hilarious, and I think this is obviously a classic stoner movie for sure. The story is pretty I wouldn't say unique because it kind of pulls from like I feel like it kind of has like a little sort of Godfather-esque, to it, like towards like the end, with the whole shit that's going down with Samson and everything.
Yeah, sure.
But it's fucking hilarious, man. When his homie goes to jail because he fucking kills the police horse, dude, just because he fucking just because he feeds it, a bunch of junk.
Everything.
The horse was a diabetic. Like, that shit was great, dude. Yeah. I'm sorry. I miss butternuts.
I'm a school teacher.
It's Buttercup, butternuts. Yeah. Dude, like, that shit's fucking hilarious.
Hilarious.
Dave Chappelle's obviously a goat.
Yeah.
Just when it comes to comedy in general. So that shit was freaking hilarious. Him playing fucking, what is it, Sir Smokes a Lot? Like that shit. It's that shit's funny too. That like the whole scene where he's like talking about the different type of like the different type of stoners, like the one that's like that always thinks like weed enhances everything, right? Like, hey man, like
Jon Stewart.
Yeah, Jon Stewart. He's
hey man, you ever checked out the stars at night?
He goes, nah,
do that, I can't say that I haven't.
I'm gonna do it on weed.
Yeah.
Like, that shit's fucking hilarious. And when Sir Smokes a Lot like is literally like hella, like he's like hella depressed and like sort of confiding in fucking Thurgood
Marshall, right?
Thurgood Jenkins.
Thurgood Jenkins.
Yeah.
Thurgood Marshall's another movie.
But that shit was freaking it's fucking hilarious, man.
Yeah.
I love Dave Chappelle. I loved Half Baked. The story is obviously super funny with them trying to freaking get their friend out of jail.
Yeah, by selling weed.
When they're like, hey man, like, how long can you hold off in here? He's like, oh man, like 6:30.
Yeah.
Like 6:30. Like, nah, man.
They
like,
laugh. Yeah. It's gonna have to be a little longer than that, man.
Yeah. And it's so funny because like they end up having to sell weed to freaking to get their buddy out of jail.
Yeah.
And they're making hella money. They're making hella cash.
Yeah.
And they like for sure like hold off like trying to break him, like get him out of jail.
Well, because like, bro, it's hella cheesy because obviously it's like a stoner movie. But I mean, if you think about it, the fucking judge says he's like bail set at like $5 million. So like, they have to raise $5 million.
It was
in this fake universe story.
But it was
But
it
it
was
is they literally have it in the movie later where he's all fucking, why are you buying yourself a dog, bro? And he's like, killer,
man.
They killed Killer, man.
They killed Killer, yo.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that shit's fucking funny. The whole fight scene, like, it's just a super cheesy, like, 70s, like, whole fight scene. Like, oh, that shit was fucking funny. It's great, but it just didn't hold the same. It just didn't hold the same weight. Mm-hmm. Again, sometimes I guess it's not super nitpicky, but it's like if throw in a little weed accuracy in there, like, dude, jumps up to like 2 or 1, like, easily.
Oh, like putting some actual strains or whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, just for me, that gets me giddy, bro. Sure, just because that's where I'm at in my life. I grow a bunch of weed. I freaking try to I'm trying to make my own strains and shit now. So it's like that shit gets me giddy. And that's not to knock this movie out at all. It doesn't make this movie worse. Yeah. It would make it a little bit better, but it's still a fucking great movie. Mm-hmm. It's in my top 3. It's definitely up there with one of the fucking best. Like, I will watch it fucking forever. Like, I'll probably pop it in like later this week and freaking watch it just because it's so funny. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it just didn't hold the same weight as the next 2. But Half Baked is fucking glorious. It's a fucking great movie.
Half Baked is very funny.
Hell yeah.
So
number 2.
When we reveal this one, we're obviously also revealing our number 1.
Mm-hmm.
So my number 2 is How High.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. How High is my second because this was like a new one for me. I had never seen How High before this like list started in this episode. We started thinking about this episode, and this show was funny as fuck, bro. Like, not only is it funny though, like it was like a funny like concept for a story too. Like fucking your homie dying and like growing him into some fucking weed, and then when you smoke his ass, he'll fucking connect with spirits and tell you history and shit like that.
Naming the strain after him too is fucking great.
Ivory, yeah, hell yeah, fucking. That's a good name for a strain too.
I need to fucking. I don't know how no one out there has named a strain called that. I mean, there probably is a strain out there called Ivory. I shouldn't say that, but
Ivory, yeah.
Commercially, I have not seen a strain called Ivory yet, and I think
somebody probably has the name.
Some motherfuckers are losing out on some shit.
Some motherfuckers are always trying to ice skate uphill.
Dude, ever since Dig said that on our last episode, like, that shit has been popping into my head a lot more, like, randomly.
Told you, dude. It's fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah. But yes, How High? Get a little bit more.
But yeah. It's just it's hella funny. I like the combo of fucking
Method Man and Red Man.
Dude, they're fucking hilarious together, bro. Like, the way they meet is great. Like, they're both sitting in the cars next to each other, and they're like trying to roll up and shit. He loses his weed. He's like, fuck. Right, and then he's got the good dope, and he doesn't have his fucking shit, and they roll the window down. He's like, "You got blunt?
You got some weed?"
That shit's hella funny, dude. Like, that shit's good.
Yeah,
and also, I like too that he's like a grower. You like that whole intro scene where he's got the little sliding door and everything, and he's like got a strain for everything. You know, like whatever ailment you may have, he has something. He like pulls us home, and he's like, "What does he say?" He's like, "You see that one?" He's like, "That one's for blue balls," or some shit. Like, he's got
like that. This one's for stress. He's like, "This one's for that." That shit's funny. But when I like in the beginning when he's like, he's on my sergeant won't stand at attention or something like that, and he's like, what? And he's just like, my Johnson won't get up. And he's like, oh shit. And he gives him he's like, so will this help me out in my situation? He's all, it won't help your freaking captain stand. He's all, come to attention. He's like, but it'll sure help you take your mind off of it.
Yeah.
Like, and then peace, and then like shuts the door. Like, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah, dude, that shit is good. Yeah, fuck, bro. The one with the fucking crackhead dude right after too. He's all fucking, come on, man, I need something. He's all, he's like, I got a head injury, and he's like, no, you don't. He's all, smash his head real quick. That shit's crazy, dude.
God, everyone knows a crazy ass dude like that.
Fucking shit was fucking funny though. But also just kind of like a fucking wild story too, you know, like fucking, what do they call them? The THCs. What are they? They're the fucking, I forgot what it stands for, but that shit was funny.
Yeah. The test to get into college.
Yeah. The test for higher credentials or something like that. Yeah. That shit was clever. That shit's hella fucking weird though. Like, they have to pass what? Because he wants to pass to like honor Ivory or what? Or like,
So Yeah, so because basically Ivory has that whole conversation with them, like in the beginning when they first, where he's like, "Man, I'm telling you, like if you know go to school, if you put your your head in those books, like you could have like a whole like lab, like a whole grow setup, like you're talking about." Mm-hmm. So that's why he's doing it, and then. Redman's whole thing is like he's the first person in his family to go to college. Yeah. And then he's been in community college for 6 years.
Yeah. That part I remember. Yeah. Because then he gets to the fucking thing and he's like, oh, damn. He's like, this is nice. I could be here for like 12 years.
Yeah, he's like, if I did community college for 6 years, I could at least get 12 out this motherfucker.
Yeah. That shit was funny. The fucking jock fucking rower guys. Are fucking douches, but hella good, like classic fucking assholes in the movie and shit. You know,
it's fucking hilarious. Yeah, I love their coach too.
That when shit was fucking funny, bro. Yeah, fucking
the FUBU.
Yeah, he's a fucking the homie right where he's like talk shit to him or whatever, and he's like, "Oh, get out of here." He's like, "You don't want to see this." And he leans and he's like, "Oh, if you keep coming up with comebacks like that," he's like, "Oh, you'll make this team no matter what." Yeah, he's on that motherfucking kid's parents like pay me like whatever a year to.
Yeah, he's like, and I gotta go to those stupid cocktail dinners every. He's like every year. And
yeah, he's like, I fucking hate that kid. Yeah, exactly. That shit's funny, bro. Yeah, that shit's hella good. But yeah, like, this was also the one that made me realize what I was talking about earlier. Of like, all right, this is what you want right here, like. Quick, clean, simple story that's like fucking funny, weird, or whatever. That's over in like an hour and 15, hour and 25 minutes or whatever. Yeah. It's perfect. I got through it real quick. It was nice.
Exactly. All right. My number 2 is gonna be Mac and Dev Go to High School.
Okay.
This was a great movie. Obviously you have the classic song to go with this. So what we get drunk. Yeah. And like seeing the song go along like with the movie, like it was fucking like it was great, like it was a nice like icing on top of the cake for that and yeah, I thought it was great. I love Snoop Dogg, so I already knew off the bat I was gonna love this movie because I really love like everything he does. You know, everything he does it because he wants to do it and because he can do it. He's not doing some shit because he has to do it.
Yeah, for sure.
So, you know, if he's doing something like this, like he's putting his all into it, like he's really going to fucking try. And he's going to put out some good shit. Like he's not going to fucking put out just some whack shit. So, and then the pairing of like him and Wiz Khalifa, obviously they're like in terms of like rappers that smoke, they're obviously two of like heralded as the greatest, you know, like you got Wiz Khalifa, who, you know, if freaking, I don't know, if Snoop Dogg is the fucking godfather of fucking like rappers that smoke, then Wiz Khalifa is literally like the next in line. Like he's like literally right there. Obviously I think Method Man and Redman are up there too, but I think just in terms of
the president and the vice president.
Yeah, president and the vice president. The people who have like successfully merged hip hop and weed, and they're known as not only rappers but also like weed heads. Smokers, like like they've transcended both of their respective like cultures that they represent, you know. So it's a fucking great movie. I think it's funny. This is like the first thing that Wiz Khalifa ever acted in, and I thought he did great.
Yeah, he's not bad. He's pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking funny, dude, playing like the nerdy kid that all of a sudden like turns into like a smoker. Yeah. It's funny seeing him like get into like the normal like, all right, cool, I'm a stoner now and I could just play like myself.
I think it's a stark difference for sure, bro. Like you can see him acting in the beginning of the movie and then him just like chilling basically. Like,
let's go get some bitches. Like
yeah, bro. Yeah.
That shit was fucking great, dude. And yeah, I think the premise is pretty funny, you know, fucking I think obviously Wiz Khalifa's character is focused on his valedictorian speech because he's going to be the valedictorian and then going to Yale. Obviously, his girlfriend fucking sucks ass. Yeah. And just they're only together because they're going to go to Yale together. And then, like, her dad can, like, get them in, just, like, knows people, blah, 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 blah. Freaking... And then Snoop Dogg being in fucking college or being in high school for fucking like 15 years, being a 15th year senior, that shit's fucking funny.
That shit is hell funny.
And he basically just wants to graduate just so he can go on a date with the fucking new teacher. That shit's hilarious. all the cameos in this were pretty funny. You know, you got Tyga, you got YG, Andy Milonakis is in this, which is freaking funny.
He's funny. Yeah,
plays knees down, freaking a dude that's paralyzed from. He's in a wheelchair and he just freaking fucks hella bad bitches. Yeah, and she's just like,
you know why they call me knees down?
You're only paralyzed from the knees down.
Yeah,
like, that shit was fucking great, dude.
That was fucking funny. Dude,
And yeah, I mean, I really don't think there's anything wrong with, like, there's nothing wrong with this. Like, I feel like this was the most, like, unique, fucking stoner movie with the way they would, like, have those little intermissions with, like, the little joint guy and shit like that, and do, like, little graphics and, like, the breakdown. Mm-hmm. And then how you had, like, Afion Kraka, who freaking plays like, that weed leaf, and they're talking about, like, growing and stuff like that. And what I really liked was the freaking, obviously them getting to like the indica sativa, obviously the, like, you know, the generic freaking terms. But I liked when freaking Snoop Dogg pulls like that door back and you see like his grow that he's going on like indoors. Mm-hmm. I love seeing all the nutrients, like that gets like super into it. So I liked that accuracy.
Yep.
In both this one and my next one, like seeing like the grow with like the green light, that's a specific detail too, because the green light is something that, like, so say your lights are off during like the daytime, right? So say you're running indoors, and this is getting super like technical, like in depth, right? But so say you're running like an indoor setup, right? And you're running it like you're in veg and you're running 18 hours of light, right? So whatever that time is, that light is on, right? So say it's off like during the day, and the reason why it's off is so you don't have to fucking worry about the light, blah 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 blah. The reason you use the green light is because you can turn the green light on, and it doesn't wake up the plant, so it doesn't trigger vegetation like the way like regular lights would. Okay. So you can turn that light on and still easily get around and like do work and stuff. So those are like working lights and stuff. Okay. So I like seeing that accuracy. Yeah. So like that was like, okay, cool. That's another like step up, because that's doing like the research, and then like cool. We're putting this in the movie because we want it to be as accurate as possible. Definitely. And yeah, I just thought it was funny. Like the comedy was hilarious. Obviously, it's pretty raunchy, but it's fucking so funny. It's fucking funny, dude. Seeing both of them freaking getting like just being stoners, just being themselves was freaking awesome. Seeing all the bloopers at the end was pretty funny too. I loved watching that. How someone brought that fucking vaporizer, and like Snoop Dogg trying it for the first time, and him being like, "Oh shit!" Like that shit was great. So yeah. I love Mac and Dev Go to High School. The ending scene with them like doing the song at the graduation, fucking Snoop Dogg's graduation fit was fucking super hard. Like the pinstripe suit, then he has the fedora with the tassel hanging off, was like fucking great. Jeez, like there's like really nothing wrong with this movie. Yeah. Dude, my next one is just like this was a tough like 1 and 2 for me, because I kept going back and forth because of how like well each one does at like a stoner movie. I just love my next one just a little bit more. Okay, cool. So what's your number one, dude?
I went back and forth for 1 and 2 as well. My number one is Half Baked. Hell yeah. Because this was, I think, like my first like stoner movie that I would just sit and watch and get baked, like, and watch a bunch. Like when I was like 18 or 19. Hell yeah. Like just sit in front of the TV with a bong and just take rips and get fucking baked out and fucking laugh at Dave Chappelle, bro. Like every single time I think about just being like baked is probably like while I was watching this movie.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I fucking love Dave Chappelle. Like this movie is hilarious, and then everything lately too, like the Netflix stand-ups and specials that he has and shit.
Yeah. Oh, surprise, shit. Surprise. Yeah, you guys can't see it on the fucking video, but the homie, you know what I'm saying? Bro? The homie F pulled up. Too late to the party? Hell no, dude.
Definitely not, man.
Hell no. Fuck, dude, we're hella high for TV, bro.
Hey, yeah, hell yeah, man.
How you doing, man? Let's get it. But yeah, dude, we're just talking about our fucking
our top 5.
We're just talking about our top 5. We're getting to our number 1 like stoner movie. So we had 5 movies that we watched for like stoner movies. We had Half Baked, Pineapple Express,
How High,
Mac and Dev Go to High School,
and then Jane Silent Bob.
Yeah. So we were ranking them. What was your 4 through or your 5 through 2?
So I went Mac and Dev
For number 5.
Jay and Silent Bob. It was Pineapple Express, How High, and then my number 1 is Half Baked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And yours?
My number 1's How High.
Yeah,
100%, dude. Like,
yeah. Well, go your 5 though. Go back.
Oh yeah, So my 5 was number 5 was Jay and Silent Bob.
Mm-hmm.
4 was Pineapple Express. 3 was Half Baked. 2 is Mac and Dev, and then 1's How High. 100%. Like,
do you have a ranking of those movies off the bat? Oh, okay.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
It's all good.
Yeah.
They're just like we're just breaking down like I think what makes a good like stoner movie is just like it being like quick and to the point. Like like a good like pretty much all of these are like an hour and a half long, and like that's like perfect timing because it gives you time to build like just a generic story, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to get too serious into it. Obviously, it's fucking they're smoking, right? So you don't have to fucking go too hard into the story.
Mm-hmm. Just do funny shit that's like funny while you're high.
Yeah, funny while you're high.
Funny jokes like a bunch of stoner jokes. It's like honestly a lot of raunchy shit.
Yeah,
that's a kind of a through line for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny, bro. It's good shit.
Mm-hmm.
CGI doesn't hurt you in How High?
What's CGI?
Isn't it like terrible the way that they show the ghost guy?
I think it's honestly for like. I think it's funny. Like
he's just like kind of like he looks like a Force ghost, bro. Like it's not that bad. It looks
was,
like 1980s ghost or something.
I think it was funny. Like I fucking cracked up like when I first saw it. So I don't know. Okay, so I guess I can get into How High for like my number 1.
Yeah, hit it.
So why I liked it was just one, like Method Man and Redman. Like I didn't know how I was gonna feel about them as actors, right? Like obviously How High is heralded as just this classic stoner movie, and then when you have it put up that high, right, on that pedestal with all those expectations, like, all right, what am I gonna get walking into this? And I think one, they're hilarious, like straight off the bat. You can see that they're down for this movie. They're obviously making it themselves, so they're like, all right,
they're good on camera, bro. Like,
super good on
camera. Yeah,
they work well together, and it's just, I think it's just a funny ass movie, right? Two dudes who are just stoners. One's a grower. The other guy just likes freaking smoking weed. Yeah. Them taking a test called THCs to get into
the test for higher credentials.
The test for higher credentials. The THCs. Like that shit's just fucking funny. And then the way they meet is just fucking like it's funny. Like I said earlier, like I think at the heart of a good stoner movie has to be just like, you know, as cheesy as it is, just like two characters who come from these different walks of life and just come together because of weed.
Yeah, you should be able to just tell the plot in like one sentence.
Yeah,
you know, like real quick and easy. It's like two dudes come together because they have to graduate so they could do the shit they want to do.
Yeah,
like, it's like hella quick.
Yeah, and it's just I love that scene of freaking when they first when the dude shows up. You know, obviously they smoke the homie Ivory because he dies. He's supposed to go on this date with this girl that he met online.
Yeah.
And they sent pictures back and forth, but at the time he didn't have like this fucking unibrow that was connecting, and fucking even Method Man's character was like, "Hey bro, like you gonna get that shit cut?" And he's like, "Nah, it's my Buddha mark or some shit like that.
It's the mark of Buddha.
It's the mark of Buddha, yeah." Like he's getting all religious with it, and he's just like, "All right, dude, like she's gonna see you and she's gonna like fucking turn the other way and like run away." And that's basically like what happens, like.
Yeah.
In the beginning of the movie, he doesn't have dreads. So for the date that he's having for this chick, like he gets like dreads like put into like his hair, and then he still has the fucking unibrow. And then she's like, "What the fuck?" And she's basically like, "Yeah, you're tripping." Like just leaves, and he's like smoking a blunt because he's obviously doesn't have a date anymore. So he's on his couch smoking a blunt. He falls asleep, and the cherry on the freaking blunt catches his dreads on fire.
Yeah.
And so he wakes up, his head's on fire, and he fucking falls out of his window. And then dies.
Almost.
Yeah, almost dies. So he freaking, I guess, is alive. And then when he like gets up, he gets hit by a bus.
And then he dies.
Yeah. He gets cremated. Fucking Method Man takes his ashes and puts it into the soil for one of the plants that he's growing. Yeah. And then names that strain Ivory. That shit was just fucking funny.
Yep.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And I think that shit just like I was talking before, like the weed accuracy is funny. So. Yeah. Putting that shit in the soil, putting the freaking ashes in the soil as not necessarily like a nutrient, but something just for the plant to uptake is hella funny. Like that's funny because that's an actual like plant physiology or just the way plants work.
That show would work.
Well, because cannabis itself is just a good what's the word? I use the word all the time. A bioaccumulator. So what it does is anything that's in the soil, it does a really good job of just uptaking all that shit in the soil. Okay. So that's why when you're growing, you want to have a lot of good nitrogen, blah, 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 all this stuff that's in the soil. A lot of good things in your soil. So obviously your plant's uptaking good nutrients and all the food's going to taste good. So in theory, if you're putting the ashes in there, the plant's going to uptake the stuff that's in the ashes because so that shit's just funny. And then seeing the accuracy of like his grow, like the work lights, like I was saying, like the green lights, that shit was just funny. And then all the shit that they get into fucking their roommate, that's just that white dude that's trying to get into the that's trying to get into the frat, super funny because he thinks it's okay to say the N-word, and then he says it, and then the dude just fucking smacks him. He's like, don't ever say that word around me, bro. like, you can't say that shit.
Yeah, they had a funny cast, bro.
The shit was fucking great. And then when they get the dean high on the freaking edibles, that shit was fucking funny, bro. Because he obviously eats like 2 of them and he doesn't know. And they're sitting there talking to one of the freaking, like, I think it's like a recruiter or something for the freaking school. And he's like, wow, Dean, like your wife's looking like really beautiful tonight. And then the edibles kicked in. He's like, yeah, the bitch is looking fine as fuck, ain't she? And that shit was just freaking hilarious, bro. Like, it's shit like that where it's super quick. Like with Jay and Silent Bob, it was such just like Jay just kept doing on, oh, these fine ass bitches, bro. These fine ass bitches. This night. If I can't call you fine bitch, can I say a nice piece of ass? Like, okay, that shit's just too much. Like, you're just trying to, you're fucking beating a dead horse at that point. But with that, like, and how I, like, it's just quick. Like, oh, the bitch is fine as fuck, ain't she? And it's just, boom. It's just, that's it. And then the next thing is, like, him being like, say right here, baby, like, I got munchies like a motherfucker. And then freaking walking, like, that shit's hilarious, dude. And then the whole, like, when they're, like, dancing, he's like, DJ, spin that shit, and then they get into like the whole like dance routine, like that shit was great. Seeing Cypress Hill as like a little cameo was awesome.
That's another good thing to have in your shonen movies is cameos.
Exactly. And the fact that like obviously Cypress Hill, you have freaking Be Real, who's Dr. Green Thumb. He's freaking super big in the cannabis industry and big part of cannabis culture. Like that's a great casting in that movie, and just casting them as Cypress Hill, like that was fucking great. Freaking what's the homie called? What's their homie called? Freaking Pay Me, the dude that has the grill.
Oh yeah.
Or freaking Need Money, or what's
Need Money, I think, because he's like fucking wait, that's his name, like Need Money or whatever. And he's like, well, when I met him, I walked up and I said, I got something or whatever, and he's like, need money, and then like,
he was like, shit, man, well, me too.
Yeah.
That shit was fucking great.
Yeah.
So yeah, that after seeing that, like it just to me that's. Like I said before, Cheech and Chong, Up in Smoke, the reason why we didn't put it in here, obviously, that's the pinnacle of freaking stoner movies. Like, you can't. Fair. Yeah, like, I feel like a lot of these movies wouldn't have happened if that movie doesn't happen. Like, 100%. So, but, like, after that, it's definitely, like, How High. Or even, like, one that I was, like, thinking about, because I didn't really think, like, at the heart, it's, like, a weed movie, but it really kind of is Friday. Friday's a good one, too.
Friday, we definitely... I was sad that we didn't put Friday on here, too. Yeah.
But Friday's definitely one that... if we would have put in here, that would definitely be up there, too. Because my dad's the one who showed me Friday, so that's a freaking classic fucking movie for me. Like, that holds a special place in my heart, for sure. But just because, like, I don't know. I was, like... At first, I was thinking about it because I wanted all these movies to be, like, weed movies at heart, you know?
Yeah.
And at first, I was like, it's not really, like, a weed movie. Then I'm thinking about it, I was like, oh, no, it's kind of pretty centered around weed. Like, Smokey... Smokey smokes all the weed that he's supposed to sell, and then, like they have to get the money back. So, but that's another great one too.
We could do that one on a future episode.
Oh yeah, dude,
for sure.
We can do all the Fridays.
Let's do, bro. We could do Fridays. I was gonna say let's just do like an Ice Cube one. We can do that, and then we can do like, Are We There Yet?
Oh, dude. Hey, yo, dude. Ice Cube needs to make another movie, bro. Like for sure. Like he just needs to, bro. Like the Are We There Yet's are. Those are classic movies.
Or it's Are We Done Yet? And then Are We There Yet, right?
It's Are We There Yet? And then Are We Done Yet? Because, Are We There Yet? It's the first one where obviously they're on the way. He's got to drop them off. And then Are We Done Yet? Is because they're married and then they're building the house or something like that.
That's it. Okay.
So freaking... Number 2, mine. But freaking, yeah, we definitely need to do an Ice Cube movie because he's got those. He's got Fridays.
I've never seen Triple X. I heard that like the good one is the Vin Diesel one, but there's a second one that has Ice Cube in it.
Oh damn! No, I've never.
It's like an action movie.
I like that one that he does with Kevin Hart, where they're cops. Oh, Kevin Hart's marrying like his is marrying like Ice Cube's sister or something.
What's that shit called? Yeah, that's a hella funny movie. Yeah.
That shit's fucking great, dude. Yeah. That shit's fucking.
That is
funny.
a good one. Ride Along.
Yeah, Ride Along. Yeah. Dude, dude,
yeah.
Ride Along's fucking hilarious, dude.
Is good, yeah. Damn, I haven't seen that movie in a long time. I saw that one in theaters. I'm pretty sure.
I saw that one in theaters too. That one was fucking awesome, dude.
We might have even gone together.
Might have, dude. We did.
Sounds like an AK-74U with a vertical grip.
Dude, me and Effie here, we used to see a lot of movies like in fucking our senior year of high school because we had the same off block, and I worked at the movie, so I would just call. We'd fucking.
Can I go see this real fast? Mm-hmm. That's fucking lit, dude.
Yeah, just burn it fat and then fucking go watch those movies. That shit was great. Yeah, straight up,
dude. That's fucking cool. You could literally just whenever you want, just be like, "Hey, can I go watch this movie real quick?"
So it would be like, I mean, basically, yeah, you would just have to call ahead of time, and just be like, "Hey, is it okay if me, and if you brought a guest, you can only bring a guest, right? But only if you brought like, say you brought you and you brought like a family member, right? Quote unquote, a family member. Yeah. Then you could technically bring a third guest because your family also gets in for free with you. So then you can bring another guest.
Okay.
So there was definitely a time where I brought two people and I was like, yeah, this dude is my brother. Quote.
Brother.
Yeah.
God damn it.
But yeah, you just call ahead of time, and then so the thing about like because I worked that job when I was in high school, so during the school year, because that's the only theater in Hollister. So during the school year, obviously when most people are fucking busy from 7 till 3, the movie theater doesn't open till 1 o'clock.
Okay.
And so for our off block, my free period at the end of the day, we would get off at like 12:30.
Oh, and you go to work.
Yeah, I wouldn't work on school days. I would just work like mainly like weekends. If I did work school days, it would be like Thursday, Friday, or something like that. Fucking, cheers, homie.
Cheers. Clink.
Freaking. So when I would just go on lunch, obviously the movie is gonna open. I would just look to see which one's freaking playing, and I would just call them real quick. Hey, is it cool if me and the homie come see blah blah blah? I think one of them we saw one time was. Have you ever seen The Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Oh fuck yeah, bro! That's a badass movie.
That movie's freaking raw, bro.
That movie's badass. I love that movie.
Good, dude.
Yeah. I thought they were supposed to make one.
That one's with Henry Cavill, right?
Yeah. Henry Cavill and fucking damn it.
That's that fool's perfect role, bro.
He's great in that shit.
Perfect for that role.
It's weird though, cause he's doing an American accent. Like I wish they should have just made him British. James Bond, but he's still good. It's fucking still fantastic, and they have a good trio. What's her name is really good too.
I haven't seen the movie. That was the only time I ever saw that movie, and I remember seeing it being like, "Damn, this is a great ass movie."
Yeah. That shit got.
Like, what are they at? Like the horse races or some kind of similar event, racing event?
Yeah, something like that. They're like, they're like spies from opposing forces, right? And then they end up having to fucking work together.
Do the same mission, yeah. It's Russia and American spies, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That shit was fucking great.
Army Hammer, that's his name.
Damn.
The other guy.
Damn it.
But yeah.
This was all memory. It's all memory bank.
Oh, memory bank.
He's like, I got 2 terabytes.
It's like, wait, hold on.
Dr. Spencer Reed.
Army Hammer.
Damn it, dude. We should do a fucking Criminal Minds fucking episode.
I've never seen Criminal Minds.
What?
I never watched
it. Dude, okay, there was one time, because I used to, when I was heavy on Criminal Minds, I used to watch that shit before I went to bed. And I remember there was one time, in one of the seasons, there's, obviously there's one serial killer where they haven't caught, like, in a couple seasons, and then it gets to this climax towards the end where freaking something happens, right? And so the serial killer shows up to one of the houses, like, in a fucking black mask. And I remember waking up in the middle of the night, like 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was still going on Netflix, and it landed on that specific scene. And there's a scene where he's like up in the dude's face, so the camera's like close on it. And I woke up and I was like, "Holy shit!" And like, dude was hella scared. Fucking no, definitely couldn't watch Criminal Minds for a fucking few days after that.
Dang, that sounds fucked up, dude.
But yeah, dude,
some scary shit.
Criminal Minds.
Fuck Criminal Minds, bro.
Straight up, dude. Straight up.
They're here.
They're here in San Juan,
dude.
Happening?
Yeah.
They're gonna come from San Juan.
You never think they'd come to a small town like this. And all of a sudden. God damn it. But yeah. Top 5 lists.
Those are mine, man.
They're good.
Let's talk about these freaking papers real quick, man.
Oh, yeah.
So I got these papers the other day. This company called, I think it's Lazy, Laze. So they're a newer paper company.
Mm-hmm.
They're made overseas.
Mm-hmm.
They're only available in like Canada, Afghanistan,
Mm-hmm.
and I think like New York.
Okay.
And coming soon to San Jose. So some places in San Jose. So one of my friends, George, shout out to George, linked me up with one of the dudes from this company.
Mm-hmm.
He gave him a sample, which he gave to me, and I've been using these. And these are honestly pretty good, man. I wouldn't say they're. I would say if I'm gonna rank papers, right? Since we're doing rankings, right?
Yeah.
I would probably put these after Vibes.
Okay.
I like these. They're unbleached, which I always look for in papers. When you have freaking bleached papers, you can taste that shit. It tastes pretty fucking nasty, and you want to taste good shit when you're smoking, right? You want to sit there and be like, damn, this shit tastes good. You want to smoke on something enjoyable, and not like take a couple puffs and be like, damn, I'm gonna put this shit out. The fucking design on this shit is really cool. I posted this shit on the TH4TV Instagram the other day, so if you don't follow TH4TV, definitely do that.
Check it out.
I'll definitely post about these more. But the design on them is really cool. That's what drew me. First of all, is just like how unique they are. Because I would say like most paper companies, like the designs are just fairly like simple, you know.
This is like loud in a good way, bro.
Mhm. Yeah.
Because the white background's simple, and then all the color splashes are very nice.
Yeah, and it reminds me of like Nickelodeon or something like
Dude,
that.
yeah,
you know, like
fucking A,
classic
bro, for sure.
Nickelodeon.
Yeah,
Like
most
if I'm
definitely.
fucking, if I'm watching some like I can't think of old Nickelodeon shows or not, but
I like the panda too. In the back.
But yeah, they're honestly nice. They're thin ones as well.
Yeah.
I just feel like they're not as thin as Vibes paper, so that's definitely like if I'm comparing them, right? That's one thing that's noticeable to me.
If you want thinness. Is Vibes your number one?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, okay.
But these are honestly a close second. These are still really nice. Comes with 32 in a pack. You can if you go check them out on their Instagram, laze. It's like Lazy Limited, laze.ltd or something like that.
Okay.
So you can go and find them.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely look them up. I've been digging all the stuff they got going on. I love the tips that this come with. Normally I'm not like a big sort of like thinner tip that they got going on here.
Yeah.
But it kind of reminds me of like a freaking index card or some shit like that. Maybe like a little bit thinner than an index card.
Okay.
And it just brings me back to fucking smoking in high school, shit like that. Rolling a joint and trying to find some shit to freaking make as like a crutch, you know?
Yeah.
And then the perforations are cool, you know? Makes it easy to fold at the end, so I'm not just trying to fold it myself. And
very
then
nice, very nice.
It's weird because it has like a double perforation where it's obviously got the end where you can fold it, and it's got another one where you can leave it and make the crutch a little bit longer, or take it off and make the crutch a little bit shorter.
That's nice.
Which is nice, you know, because sometimes they don't give you that option, and it's just kind of like a longer crutch, and I don't like the longer crutch, man. I like, I like stuff in my joint with a lot of bud in there. Yep. So, yeah, definitely check these out once they come to San Jose. If you're around the area, we'll be talking more about them, but these are definitely some good ones, man. They smoke really nice. When I was smoking, I really couldn't tell like the difference between like them and like a raw.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, I mean, even between like a Vibe 2, I would say maybe there is like a little difference. Obviously, with some papers, there is going to be some noticeable difference, but with them, it was like, very slight. So that's what I like, because I mainly use Vibes papers, and once these threw in, these were definitely like in my bag, like on the daily. I've been using these for sure.
Yeah, any pack that comes with tips too, like that's gonna be a plus right away.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then this is nice too because if you bring this to like a sesh where you're with hella people, and y'all got the same fucking papers,
that's yours right there.
This is yours right here, and you fucking And if someone tries to swipe these, you fucking know.
Where's the papers? Which ones? They're white and they got crazy ass fucking cartoons.
You
on
know
it.
which ones. Don't
on.
fucking ask me which ones, man. You fucking know. You fucking know. But yeah, definitely fuck around with these. Definitely look. I'm pretty sure you can get them like wholesale online and like shipped to you.
Dope.
Hit them up on Instagram if you're looking to, buy some. They're open to like DMs and stuff like that. So definitely check them out, man. I like them. I'm liking them, man.
I like it, Picasso.
I'm liking them. I think we smoked them when we were out here at freaking when we had some drinks the other day.
Yeah.
I was passing one around out here.
Okay.
It's pretty nice.
Very, very nice.
I know some people have said they weren't too partial on them.
Okay.
But then when I was passing them around,
Nobody noticed.
No one noticed, dude.
See, there you go. That's the truth.
It's something that's noted. I feel like if something like if you're noticing for like a difference, like obviously you're gonna nitpick, but like when I'm just sitting there like rolling one up and I'm smoking one from like day to day, like it's another really good paper. Something that, like I said, I'll throw in a daily rotation. Like vibes are in my daily rotation. This, if I can get my hands on more of them, I'll definitely throw these in the daily rotation because again, like I don't have to carry around fucking tips with them too.
Yeah,
they're fucking built in.
Seriously, that's what's drawing me to them right away.
And then I just like I said, the design. I like fucking picking up and looking at them. It's like it's a nice like professional design, but it's still unique in its own way. It's not something that's too fucking, all right, we got to do too plain Jane, you know? It's freaking.
Yeah, the cartoons are kind of trippy looking.
Yeah. And then it has that nice sort of like stamp on it, which almost reminds me of like a fucking, like, you know, you have the sloth back there, but it almost looks like if I was going to, you know, like do one of those like wax like stamps on like an old timey letter. Like, that's the shit that I would have right there.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it too.
It's fucking bad. So yeah.
I thought that's what I was saying when that's what I was talking about when I said panda earlier, but it's a sloth.
Because, yeah, their whole intent is sloths do things with a purpose. So when you're rolling up with lazy, do it with the fucking purpose.
Damn.
Ka-ching! Look at that. Cutting a promo real quick.
Boom.
Yeah, definitely rock with them, man.
Rock with them.
If I can get some hands on some more products, I'll definitely see this thing being like reviewed here.
Yeah.
On like in the future, you know. So.
Pew 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 pew. All right, what about the 408 831?
Hell yeah! So
we gonna rock this shit?
Yeah. So keep on a lookout on our Instagram. Follow us on Instagram at Too High for TEV. TOOHIGH 4. So the number 4 and then TV. We're gonna be doing a little giveaway since it's our 10th episode. Might as well do something pretty nice. So we're gonna do a little giveaway. We'll announce it when we do it. But basically, the people that repost this, episode when it comes out, you'll get put in a drawing, and we'll be randomly selecting someone, and whoever wins that, they will get a little goodie bag. You know,
goodie bag of some stuff.
We'll have some. We'll definitely put some nice little things in there, and this will be basically like a 831, sort of like 408 ish, just because with the things that are gonna be in there, we can't be shipping some things. So
can't be driving too far.
Allegedly, so I'm
gonna walk. Just take a walk.
Yeah, and then so we're just something that's nice and local and something that we can drive through. Yeah, drive to. So if you're like in the Hollister, Gilroy, Salinas, sort of like San Jose-ish area too, we can stretch it out to San Jose. If you're in and around those areas, can we do Monterey too or something like that? Yeah, if you're in like the Monterey area too, we can definitely
drop it. We'll pull
fairly
some.
We'll
fairly local. We'll call it fairly local.
We'll call it the Fairly Local 420 drop, or the Fairly Local 420 fucking giveaway.
There you go.
So keep on a lookout for that. So whenever this drops, we'll announce it. And basically, we'll give you some time. When you repost it, you'll get entered in. We'll randomly select someone, and whoever selects it, you'll get that goodie bag. We'll drive out there personally. We'll hand it off to you safely, of course. We're going to respect everyone's boundaries. Obviously, with COVID and shit still kind of going, if you don't want to freaking personally exchange it, we'll work something out. So, we'll do that shit.
It's cool beans.
And, yeah, hell yeah. So, that'll be our first giveaway. 1 for 420, and obviously for us being 10 episodes. Woo! In. Hell yeah. How do you feel about being 10 episodes in, dude?
I'm fucking happy about it, dude. It's great. I love doing this shit, man. And I want to make it to 20 and 30 and 40 and on and on and on, dude. There's hella, I think it's doing what I was hoping it would do from the beginning, is like getting me to watch movies that haven't watched before. And like expanding the arsenal of shit that I have seen. It's fun. I like it.
Yeah. And giving more of like a purpose to just sitting down and smoking and watching TV and watch TV. Yeah. And also showing, it's good. It's okay to just sit down and fucking smoke and watch.
And watch it. Yeah, either way. Yeah. Sometimes we'll remember hella shit, and we'll be it's fun to watch a movie very with a critical eye and get hella in depth. And then sometimes it's fun to just talk about how shit was funny. Or stoner movies like this one or whatever. It's
exactly. Yeah. And I'm excited for we got a good summer coming up too, man, with all the things. Obviously, kind of like nerdy with the stuff we got going on, but with like with Obi-Wan coming up.
Yep.
We got
Moon Knight's almost over.
Moon Knight's almost over, so we'll definitely get we'll get back on some Moon Knight. Probably maybe we'll see if we can get the homie Diggs back here so we can get a whole
finale
for the finale for the whole Moon Knight breakdown.
Yep.
Let's see, we got Doctor Strange coming.
Oh shit, yeah.
We got Thor. The first trailer just dropped.
Yeah.
So definitely go check that out because that's a freaking great teaser. Obviously, we get some freaking we get Jane Foster Thor, so we get
the
Lady
Mighty
Thor.
Woo! Yeah, they did an official drop of her shit that was hella funny. It was like I guess there was a poster a while ago for Thor where he's like standing in front of some cool ass shit happening in the background. It's like the one and only. And then they did another poster with Jane like right after the trailer release, and it's the exact same poster, and it's like the one and only's not the only or some shit like that. And I was like, wowza. Yeah, because she just becomes Thor pretty much. That's
Hell
like
yeah.
it's like it's pretty cool shit.
And then we got what do we also got? We're gonna have the Game of Thrones prequel series coming out. The House of Dragons coming out in August.
Dragons, yeah.
That's gonna be fucking great.
Yeah.
Stranger Things is coming out too. We've been waiting a long time for Stranger Things.
It'll be cool because we haven't talked any Stranger Things, so we can do all of it.
And like we've been saying at work, I'm excited to see because Obi-Wan and Stranger Things are dropping on the same day, so I'm excited to see who's gonna beat what out. And freaking,
do you have a bet?
I will literally put all my chips on fucking, if this were a fucking betting game that I had fucking chips in Vegas in right now, I'd put all my chips on fucking Obi-Wan smashing Stranger Things, dude.
Yeah.
I just like Stranger Things is amazing. Obviously, I think a couple seasons you can, say either we're kind of or, good. Yeah. I've, enjoyed it for the most part. But I do feel like, there are some seasons that are a little bit weaker. Yeah. And then it's also been such a long time between season 3 and season 4.
It's a long wait. Yeah.
So it's
and we're getting it in 2 parts. Thankfully, pretty close together.
Yeah.
One right at the end of May.
And then at the beginning of July.
Following in July, yeah.
So yeah, I like that. But it's just, it's something that it's sort of lost like the momentum for me a little bit, being gone for so long. I agree. I don't think it's not one of those, I feel like it's a franchise that has a really nice, good, solid fan base, but it's not something like a Star Wars that can go away for, X amount of years, for
when something like Star Wars goes away for a long time and then comes back, it's like, holy fuck, Star Wars is back. It's like, I don't know if it's the same with Stranger Things. Like, don't get me wrong, the trailer for season 3 definitely got me hyped. I thought that the trailer was a good
season
trailer.
4.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, season 4. Fuck, goddamn it.
But yeah, TV.
Season 4 is like pretty good. I liked it a lot, and I'm down with whatever the hell they're doing with their big final boss bad guy. The fucking big bad who's apparently been behind it the whole time, probably, or something. I don't know. But it'll be cool. It'll be fun. But yeah, I'm gonna be itching and dying to watch every single episode of Obi-Wan. Like, it's gonna probably take the cake for shit this year. Yeah. Unless maybe Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. Maybe, and it's just, and it's like, again, it's nothing against Stranger Things, but it's like, when you got Ewan McGregor coming back for Obi-Wan.
Yeah. And it's like,
you just got to say that, and that's it. That's it.
That's all it is. That's all it takes, really. It's like, hey, you want to see an Obi-Wan series? It's like, oh yeah, for sure. It's like,
cool.
Do you want to see it with Obi-Wan? It's like, what? Yeah. Yeah.
It's freaking, dude. It's, yeah. I just, like I said, I think Obi-Wan's going to freaking.
It's going to be sick.
Like you said, I'm going to be itching to watch the Obi-Wan versus Stranger Things is something where I can,
Do you think
it's going to drop all in one, so I can let it, sit for like a week or two, and then like, all right, cool, let me dive into it. Whereas Obi-Wan, where I feel like where Disney Plus is, we're coming back with the freaking weekly drops now, which I'm enjoying. It builds up a nice fan base. It builds up anticipation. So
that's the other thing, like how they're probably gonna beat them out, right? Is like, first of all, Netflix just lost a bunch of subscribers because Netflix has now like basically somehow banned password sharing. Yeah. Right. So you can't like give your shit out to other people anymore, and so they lost a bunch of people and are projected to lose like a ridiculous amount more, like in the millions or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And so that paired with the fact that they'll get a surge of people watching when Stranger Things comes out.
And it'll die out.
Yeah. Versus like every week. I think probably just the same amount of people tuning in, right? Like at this point, people probably have like a lot of people have Disney Plus, right? Like,
yeah. And then the thing is with the week to week, you have the ability to like, yeah, if you get like a record setting like the first week, right?
Yeah.
Maybe you have a little bit drop off the second week, but then maybe that third episode's so good that you have another record setting like third week, and then you can keep going. Whereas the Netflix, right? You have that one time 300 million people tuned in to watch fucking
Stranger Things
for
like the 1 week.
Yeah, but it's like, did you not see fucking 300 million people tuned in to watch Obi-Wan
episode 1
3 weeks in a fucking row? It's something like that. It's Again, I'm excited. I'm just too excited for Obi-Wan.
It's gonna be awesome, dude. I can't wait either.
Obviously, gonna have more guests coming on in the future.
Mm-hmm.
The homie F here is definitely gonna be on for a fucking Harry Potter episode for sure.
We gotta do a Harry Potter deep dive.
So raps, dude.
Harry Potter deep dive.
That dude is Harry Potter man over there. But it's all good. That's it. Because I was thinking about that, how that could be an episode, and I was just thinking about a lot of things that we could get into, right? Like Harry Potter is such like a unique like world where it's fleshed out, but it's also not at the same time, right? Like there's so much that you could still do with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And it's kind of open-ended because of the little seeds that were planted, like Fantastic Beasts was just something that was just a book in the Harry Potter world, and then like they expanded on that into like a whole trilogy movie series, right? It's like you can do some shit, right? So like some shit that I've always wanted to see, right, is a fucking, if we can get like a Marauders like movie or like series, right? That would be fucking dope with Harry's dad, fucking with freaking
Sirius Black.
Yeah, that would be a fucking dope ass series,
It's Lupin too, right?
Yeah, with Lupin.
Lupin used to run with them, right?
Lupin
used to run with the homies.
Yeah. Lupin, Sirius Black, Harry's dad. You got Peter Pettigrew who's mixed in there.
Yeah,
you could have a fucking young Snape in there.
That'd be cool.
So it's like, it's something that, that's an episode that
it could be cool. It could be fun.
Gets me ready, dude. Gets me ready, dude.
Yeah. Some HP. Ooh. Too high for HP.
Too high. Yo, shout out to the 2 people that are fucking
still tuned in.
That are tuned in.
Y'all are real ones.
The homies.
Shut out. God damn.
But yeah, man. Got anything else for this week, dude?
Not right now. Pretty baked.
I had to, dude. I rolled some pretty I should have weighed the joints that I freaking rolled. But I rolled some
how
fucking
chunky they were. We got some big ones, mate.
Damn it. I'll roll another one, dude. I don't even care.
Always.
But yeah, that was our fucking 10th episode. That was 10. Our fucking 420 episode.
Boom.
Boom.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Boom. Tune in for us next week. I don't know what we got planned for next week yet.
11.
But
we'll figure something out.
It'll be a good time. If you guys got something that you guys definitely want us to watch,
suggest it.
Maybe
what if we do the first fan suggestion?
Yeah.
Or try it anyway.
Yeah, next week we could do I think I still have pictures saved of the whole fan suggestion thing, so we can
put those up. Put some little 1 and 2s, throughout the week. Figure out we can water it down. Figure out what people want us to watch.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then we'll do that. And then, again, if there's anything you guys ever want us to watch or you think there's something we would enjoy, hit us on Instagram, hit us with a DM, hit us on our YouTube as well.
Yep.
Leave a comment on a video.
Send some suggestions. Let us know what you want us to check out.
Exactly.
TV, movies.
Games, if there's a game you guys want us to play,
I'm down. Fun.
Yeah, we've been playing Lego Star Wars. That shit's fucking
hella fun.
Super
Honestly,
fun.
we should still talk about that more at some point too. We only got a little bit of time last time.
Yeah. When we get into it more, because I haven't had the time I've wanted to play it, but it's
same, bro.
It's so fun.
It's because this last week was busy, bro. 420 week was nugget stuff.
Yeah. But if you guys haven't played Lego Star Wars, if you guys have, and if you guys have played Lego Star Wars, but you haven't played co-op. And fought
dude.
each other. Call a homie over. Play the split screen because there's friendly fire on.
Yeah.
Pick whoever you want, and you guys can just go at it.
Do it wherever.
Pause. But freaking.
God damn it.
But Freaking, it's super fun.
It is.
It's super fun. It's,
Especially once you start to unlock like hella characters and shit like that, because then you like go around, die, and then you switch out really quick, go, and you just keep on going and going. It's fucking fun, dude.
And then if you're just fighting each other, you're not losing any stats because you're just killing someone and then picking the stats back up.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
And just the combat in there is honestly really fun.
Good. Yeah.
The different combos that you can do.
It's simple, but you can use the simple things to build like pretty decent combos.
Yeah, and each character has a fairly unique set.
Yeah,
of,
that's dude.
Like obviously generally like speaking like the Jedi and the Sith are gonna have like similar move sets.
All the buttons and shit are the same, so to speak, but the way that they treat like the animations
is unique to
for each of the
character.
characters, and it makes everybody like feel different.
Yeah.
Some people swing slower, faster, blah blah blah.
Like I showed you that video of the Mace Windu backflip.
Bro,
dude,
I did it.
yeah.
I was doing them, bro. You showed them to me.
Yeah, me and the homie Nico were playing one day, and he shout out to Nico, but he stumbled upon this where he was Mace Windu, and we were fighting in this little arena on like Tatooine, like this place that looks like an arena, right? And we were fighting there. And there's like this little ledge where I was just like, I just want to do backflip, and I just started doing like little flips off it. And he was Mace Windu, and he did this crazy little flip where he does a flip, but he does like a little twist in there. Like I don't know, it was just funny, and I was just like, holy shit! And we were just dying laughing, and like that's such like how we talked about the Qui-Gon Jinn reference where he's like, I have a specific set of skills. Yeah, and like that little flip, like those little details being in the game like makes it that much better because the game itself is already super fun to play, but then when you throw in those little tiny details, that just elevates the game that much more, right? Yeah, for sure. The fact that I could do this super unique flip with Mace Windu is freaking hilarious. Makes
you want to pick Mace Windu when you're doing flips and shit.
Exactly.
Or Darth Maul, like everybody has one. It's like everybody's unique. It's fun. It's crazy.
Exactly.
God damn it.
Yeah. But yeah.
Fucking A.
Lego Star Wars. But yeah, guys, that was
420 episode.
That was 420 episode. This is Ryan from Too High for TV.
This is Daniel.
And this is us fucking signing off. God damn it. All right. I just realized we didn't hit a clap.
I did too.
So let's hit a clap right here.
Right now.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Do